Hi YouTube, Luminousz Ztarr. Welcome to my channel, Luminousz Ztarr. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. For current subscribers who are truly my stars, sending you out a big one today. I hope you guys, everyone who is watching this video, is doing well. Guys, today's video is going to be about emotional discipline. Emotional discipline for me is something that I practice quite often, even though it's very challenging. Let's face it, we're all going to interact, run into, or deal with someone who is emotionally unintelligent, emotionally unstable. Okay? Emotionally, they may be unavailable. We're going to run into those situations every now and then. This holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, some of us have family members who are cluster B personality. Some of them are not emotionally available. Some of them emotionally are quite unstable. I've dealt with this, guys, and I just wanted to share something in the video with you today about that. Emotional intelligence is something that people have when they practice emotional discipline. Now, I know a lot of us have heard about emotional IQ and emotional intelligence. So, emotional discipline. Yes, this is something that a lot of us are probably going to need this holiday season, dealing with family members who have cluster B personalities. Well, I just want to share with you guys, emotional discipline is something that can help you maintain your integrity and also can help you to realize that you are a person who emotionally, you're highly intelligent. Okay? You have a high emotional IQ. And also, you are a person who shows him or herself to be quite capable of becoming available to anyone they choose emotionally. So you have the capacity to love. You have the capacity to connect with others. By choice, of course. However, dealing with people in our families who just emotionally are not available to us can be very painful, especially during the holidays. I know for me, I have had to deal with this situation. You know, last month I received a card in the mail from a family member, whereas the history has been, I used to always question, do they love me or not? Do they really care? Now, there were moments where I thought, well, maybe they do. And then there were moments where it was like, wow, they really don't seem to value a relationship with me very much. So emotionally, they seem to be quite unavailable, and dare I say, even unintelligent. So, when I got that card, instead of picking up my cell phone or going over to where they live at and letting them have it, I practice emotional discipline by first taking deep breaths and critically thinking instead of allowing my emotions to run away. Emotional discipline. Critically thinking, that's the first step to emotional discipline, is to critically think about the situation at hand. And so when I decided to calm down and say, you know what? I know based off of the history with this person that 9 times out of 10, they're expecting a reaction from me instead of a response. But you know what? I'm going to respond instead. That's where emotional discipline also comes in, guys. When we choose to not react, but we respond. So, what I chose to do was just embrace myself. Think of all those times that I had done something good for that person. And they didn't necessarily do anything good for me at that moment. But I also thought about the times that they did do something good for me. So I chose to keep that in my memory and say, you know what? They sent me this card, and I'm making the choice to respond instead of react. Part of my response is just to receive the card, and I can go ahead and discard of the card. I can throw it away. I can read it or not read it. The card is in my possession. I have every choice. And I can go ahead and do away with the card and just say, oh, that's a nice gesture, even though it may not be authentic, but it's a nice gesture, and I have every right to receive the card and do with it as I please. Basically, I maintain my personal power, guys, by saying, you know what? I'm going to respond. So what I did with that card was I decided to go ahead and do away with the card. I didn't keep the card. There was no need to, because I had already moved forward in my life. You see, when people do things to try to get a rise out of you, they're still playing games with you. That doesn't mean that you have to play the games with them. That's emotional discipline. When you choose to embrace yourself and not take on somebody else or claiming someone else's BS. You don't have to claim their BS. It's theirs. That has their name all over it. So guys, again, emotional discipline is something that I tend to do. It's challenging at times, but it's something that helps me to maintain my personal power. Guys, this holiday, if you find yourself in a situation such as what I just stated, you may get a card in the mail, or you may even be at a holiday function and someone who has a history of mistreating you is there, and they may try to get a rise out of you. Remember, emotional discipline is a sign of emotional intelligence in a person who is capable of emotionally being available to anyone he or she chooses. That's a sign of strength. That's a sign that someone is more balanced and stable. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. At the end, please hit the like and or subscription. And also send me comments and questions. Now, I've been reading the comments and questions. Guys, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the support that you guys are providing. I appreciate how you guys are motivating me and inspiring me to continue with Luminousz Ztarr channel. Thank you so much. You guys take care of yourself and stay tuned for more videos.